We are delighted by the acceptance of our courtesy visit to this committee. We are also very happy by the National Assembly timely intervention to suspend the uniform adoption of contract road pavement policy by the federal government, especially at this period when the public space is inundated with policy statements on the sustainability of flexible and rigid payment in the road sector. While the institution of highways and transportation engineers is not against the use of concrete roads, such a policy should have been subjected to scrutiny of highway stakeholders to ensure that the appropriate engineering procedures and processes are strictly followed and proper implementation strategies adopted. In other words, the adoption of any of the highway pavement type is a function of engineering science and engineering economics. We are concerned with the paucity of funds available to the Federal Ministry of Works and FEMA from the federal budget to execute road projects capable of ameliorating the suffering of Nigerians. It has always been the opinion of highway experts that the solution to the poor state of the network of roads in Nigeria lies in the reform in the road sector. Mr. Chairman, it is necessary at this moment to bring into focus the history of road sector reform championed by the Federal Ministry of Works, National Assembly, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Nigerian Institution of Highway and Transportation Engineers, Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers, and other stakeholders. It started with the establishment of the Way Commission in 1971, which recommended the reform in the road sector. This was followed by the Road Maintenance Initiative in 1991, which culminated in the Road Vision 2000 with the recommendation of the reform in the road sector. In order to fulfill an urgent need, the Federal Road Maintenance Agency was established in 2002. The Act establishing FEMA did not consider the whole cycle of planning, design, construction, and maintenance. FEMA could not therefore adequately address the issues in the road sector. Consequently, in 2012, a road sector reform committee was constituted by the Federal Ministry of Works, and the committee produced the road sector reform bills that have been passed by the 8th and the 9th National Assembly. Unfortunately, the bills were not assembled by the previous administrations. As critical stakeholders in highway and transportation in Nigeria, the Institution of Highway and Transportation Engineers has made its input on the ongoing discussion on the use of rigid and flexible pavement in Nigeria. Some of the inputs are highlighted below. Rigid pavement, concrete roads are not totally straight in Nigeria. Both flexible pavement, asphalt road, and rigid pavement, concrete road have their advantages and disadvantages. Either of them should be used where it is necessary, and the choice of pavement should be based on engineering judgment. At the moment, there are about 2,604 road projects totaling about 18,000 kilometers at a total cost of about 14 trillion naira, according to the Honorable Minister of Works. We note that for any project to be truncated and converted to rigid payment, the project will be a violation of the contractual agreement, and this will lead to litigation. Furthermore, the experiences garnered over the years of asphalt plant and other items of equipment used for construction of flexible pavement will be discarded, and this will amount to a horse loss to the country. To adopt the proposed concrete road, ample time is required for the importation of new equipment and the training of the relevant manpower. For the existing flexible pavement to be converted to rigid pavement, It will require the BPP to fix new rates for concrete pavement, devise the contract sum, and subsequently seek tech approval. It is pertinent to point out that the durability of road pavement, whether flexible asphalt or rigid concrete, depends on good design, supervision, and maintenance. This can be achieved by adhering to provision of the design manual, condition of contract, and general specifications. Also, of considerable importance, asphalt recycling methods for the existing flexible pavement provide cost saving for a given project, which should be encouraged. From the above, our prayers are that MDS should stick to their mandate and adhere to contractual agreements. We urge the Senate to facilitate the presidential assent to the road sector reform bill, that is the Federal Road Authority and the National Road Fund bills, which will provide sound governance structure based on sectoral professionalism as well as creating sustainable robust funding for road development and maintenance in the country. Thank you very much. That gives all the technical issues that relate to professionalism, use of concrete, use of flexible pavement, and other items are attached to, and have given that to the committee chairman, who should carry the honor of this committee, and is taking decision in respect of engineering professional advice as regards the topic discussed. Thank you.
Distinguished senators, you have heard from our board ministers in November. They are members of the Nigerian Institution of Highway and Transportation Engineers, and they have addressed us and have also released to us their own technical opinion as professional inputs. So maybe if any person have question or otherwise, then can pose.
Valid and urgent. Most particularly, P&I is too fresh in our memory for us to delve into issues. Particularly escaped by the whiskers, the possible consequence of contractual violations, which recently was recently concluded at the arbitration court in UK. So I think the committee should look into the issues raised. First of all, we thank you so much for your patriotic responsibility. I'm not surprised in your midst is one of the best highway engineers I've ever come across, Engineer Baladen Shehu, whom I have worked with, and I know his reputation and his integrity. So I'm not surprised, and I think this is something that should be commended by this committee. And the committee, with your kind permission, Mr. Chairman, should allow the team to take their leave, and then we'll look into the issues and then advise the Senate accordingly. Once again, thank you very much for your responsibility in bringing out the issues and also for coming to lay before the committee your concerns about the decisions, as it were, regarding the argument about flexible or rigid pavement. And I think it's something worthy of emulation by other professional bodies. Thank you very much, Chairman, and your team, and once again, good afternoon.
We have received with utmost respect your address and your technical or professional inputs, and we'll discuss. The person who spoke last is Senator Babangida Hussein, former PAMSEC, Prime Minister of Works. And you believe with me that he knows what he's talking about. And somebody who spoke before him, Engineer Benga Daniel, former governor of Ogun State. So we welcome you so much. However, we'll take decision, possibly we'll know that we may now officially invite you again with other stakeholders, other units of who have anything to do with highway and civil engineering. In that case, we might come to conclusion. Thank you, and we'll say you may take your leave.
Joshua. Yes, sir. You can take it here, sir.